It's raining. It's raining, man.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Ginger Brown Podcast.
I don't think anyone's going to hear that.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the James Brown Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Ginger Brown Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the James Brown Podcast. We're going to use that one. I'm your host Raj, and with me as always is my co-host Spencer. No,
I can't
dude, just leave it all. It's good.
Oh, okay. Hi.
See, I said co-host that time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you cut out that title from the other review of Whisper of the Heart.
Sure.
Your shutdowns.
We had an entire conversation about the word "sure." If you want to hear that, you should listen to part 1 of this podcast.
It's not that long, and you'll get to know us so much better, and you'll get to know Whisper of the Heart so much less.
I just want to apologize right now to anybody who was actually expecting a lengthy review of Whisper of the Heart, because that is the least review-like review we've ever done in our lives.
It's true.
I think there's like 8 minutes of that where we actually talk about the Whisper of the Heart, and the rest is just us rambling.
But if you like our anecdotes and our interesting side babble, it's a good one to check out.
Yeah, I liked it.
Try to push us over 50 views this time.
A lot of people just get to the recap.
It's true.
So I don't know what to talk about. We talked a lot in the last one.
The problem is we just had a podcast 5 days ago. This usually never happens.
Yeah.
We're usually pushing like 7 or 8 days, and a lot of life happens in 7 or 8 days.
Yeah, it's because our schedules are getting messed up because of the wedding. This weekend you're going off to Whistler, which is a mountain in
We're going to be trying
Vancouver.
for Fridays for the foreseeable future.
Next weekend it's your stag party, and we set aside an entire weekend for it. It's a week-long bachelor party, or weekend-long bachelor party. Week after that, you have something else going on.
Yep.
And
no, that's nothing, but I need to make sure that I have that available for the wedding.
And then you're getting married the week after that.
Married.
But we should still be able to do a podcast 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
But the week of the weddings, no. And the week after that, maybe, because you have some time before you go on your
If we have time, we might just record a... Actually, but then we have nothing to talk about. We can't do a double cast.
We'll see.
We'll see, whatever.
We're smart individuals.
You know what? What we could do is just before the wedding, we could release it.
Don't wait. I have a plan for the wedding.
We could just do
I have a plan for the wedding.
But then we could just do the crepe corner, like a long crepe corner.
That's like a 30-minute crepe corner. Can we really do that?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at the bowl right now. There's maybe 10 questions in there.
We need more questions. Someone asked recently.
Yeah, but that's only one. Okay, 11 questions in.
11. Thank you. You gotta get it right.
God.
Okay, should I hit the button? We might as well just kick this thing off. Right away.
No, it's only 2 minutes. We gotta tell a story. They like stories. Actually, we're kind of running short of time. But anyway, we'll tell a story. Do you have a story?
You can't put me on the spot like this. No, I don't have a story. You tell a story.
I got a job.
Oh, you.
I'm employed now.
You want to talk?
No, I don't want to talk about that.
You wanted to?
I don't want to talk about that. No.
Raj likes a girl.
I did. Wow. Anyway, I'm employed now, so you can't.
She works at his workplace.
You can't shit talk me for not having a job anymore.
I'm not. But he likes a girl.
So, I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about, man.
Talk about how you accidentally touch your butt, your boss's butt all the time.
That was my boss.
Who was it?
It was a coworker.
Oh. Can you clarify?
It was just a coworker.
But is it because...
It's because the place we're working is really cramped.
We really can't have a podcast every 5 days. We don't have anything to talk about at all. I mean...
Part 2 in which Raj
I have a story. Okay, so I teach swimming lessons, okay? And there's this little girl who's 5.5 years old, and she's in level 6.
Okay, is that high?
Yeah, 5.5-year-olds are not even allowed to enter level 1 yet.
Okay.
So she's like an Asian prodigy.
Tensai.
Kind of. Yeah, Tensai.
Asian prodigy.
So pretty much an Asian.
Yeah. Just... All right, go on.
Anyway, so she was in my class on Tuesday, Thursdays. And I found out when I was teaching on Monday, Wednesdays, not in my class, that she's in another guy's class. So I'm talking to the other guy, trying to figure out what level she's in, how to evaluate her. And then I find out that she's also in another guy's class on Saturday, Sundays. That doesn't happen. Usually kids only last 2 days a week and then they're done. And they never get better, but we accept that and we just kind of, whatever. But this girl, she wants to change. Clearly she's done good. So the dad pulls me aside on Thursday and says, I heard you talk to Steven. Steven was the Monday Wednesday guy.
Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah. Like, we just wanted to clarify how she got into level 6 when Steven didn't pass her at a level 5. He's like, she passed on the weekend. I'm like, okay. He's like, so you talked to Steven? I'm like, yeah. We hate Steven. And I went,
okay.
Excuse me? He's like, Steven has no soul. What? And I was like, excuse me? He's like, he's lifeless. He has no... He's not vivid. You're vivid. And I'm like, okay. What do you mean by that? And so Steven, the way he teaches is he sits on the side and he instructs, and he kind of teaches it more like a performance-based class. So he tells a kid what to do. He does a couple laps, fixes it, keeps going. The way I teach is I'm in the water the whole time, chatting with the kids, getting to know who they are, teaching them that kind of thing, more like hands-on or whatever. So I guess the dad liked my style better, but called Steven Solis, which I thought was very offensive. And then, so I'm like, oh, awkward, because I know Steven pretty well. Steven's trying to get a job at Google. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, that's cool. Is he coming to your stag party?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know him that well. Anyways, so I'm going on this conversation with him, and he's like, just wanting to clarify that you're not going to evaluate Michelle based on Steven's decisions. And I went, no way. No, of course not. All my evaluations are my own decision. But all of us teachers, if we have the same kid, have to talk to each other. It was super awkward. Like, what do you say to somebody who's like directly hating? And he's like, you know how you can return an item if you don't like it? Well, in the case of Steven's classes, if I don't like his evaluation, I want my money back. And I'm like, you're a prick.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, as in the words of Steven, because he heard about this, he's like, are you going to drink a juice box, chuck it in my face, and say, give me more? It didn't taste very good? No. You drink the juice box, man. Like, you're going to pee it out? You're not going to drink that? I don't know. It just was very offensive. So that's my random story of the day. Kind of was awkward. Like, what do you do when someone attacks your coworker
That's
like
really
that?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said, like, and it sucks because he's a ginger.
Oh, Steven.
And I thought he was being offensive to gingers.
gingers,
But
or
I think
just
because
to
he's
Steven.
Asian, he was trying to say soulless. He wasn't very bright, but he messed up pretty big time with his translation skills. So it's awkward.
Some guy called me good looking at work. That was nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
I said thank you. That's what I like to hear. And then you walked away.
The BL ending is close for you then.
Nah.
So this girl, tell us about it.
No, nothing. Hit the button.
Okay, I'm going to hit the button. We're going to get it out of you. You better ask questions. You better ask questions.
He's talking to you guys, by the way.
Oh, well, your turn to speak.
So
anyways.
if her flag breaks, oh my god, what
Yeah, I
the
wanna hear
hell
about this.
happened in this episode?
You kept telling me that things are happening.
So I'm gonna. By the way, George was watching with me. This is the first episode of If Her Flag Breaks he's watched. So the first half of the episode is normal for this anime, and he's like, it's pretty funny. I'm liking it so far. And like he met a new girl last episode. She's the bard, so another girl added to his harem. So we're up to, I think 12 or 13 now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty big. So that's what she said. Anyway, this girl's the idol archetype. She's the idol archetype. And it turns out when she was first starting out, she wasn't very good. She had no fans.
Idol archetype,
yeah.
really?
And she gave up on being an idol. She's like, today I quit. And she's just on a swing set. And then a guy in a purple hood ended up coming up to her. He's like, you shouldn't give up. You're going to succeed in life. She's like, how do you know? He's like, because I can see the flag of success on your head. And then he walks away. And then, by the way, Nanami is obsessed with this idol. And Sota has no idea who she is. And then Nanami's like, it sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it, Sota? And he's like, it's just your imagination. And she's like, yeah, it probably is. And then she grabs him by the neck. She's like, how could it be my imagination? There's only one person who talks about flags in this world. And Sota's like, I swear I didn't know it was her. And apparently he went dark. Like, the best way he's ever shut Nanami down, he's like, yeah, that day I was planning to commit suicide and I just wanted to do one good deed before I died. So I did that. And she's like, oh, you've had it rough in life. And then she like stops choking him.
So it was him.
It was him.
So he was lying.
Yeah, but like, it's a one way to get a girl to stop choking you.
That's
well
true.
done. So
Why was he
anyway,
wearing a purple hood? Is he like an emo pansy?
I don't know. He was just wearing a purple hoodie when he was about to kill himself. Whatever. So
There's so much wrong with whatever.
Idol Girl has a big concert. Sota promises to dance with every girl in his harem plus Megu because they all want to dance with him.
That's a huge commitment.
It's 14 or 12
That's what
girls.
she said.
It's 12 girls he has to dance with and a guy. So I'm
glad you're still calling him a guy.
It's tough, man. It's too much words. So Sota he goes to the concert with everybody else. And the power of the bard, of course, is like to, bring everybody up, right? It's to uplift the spirits. And what happens is Sota's death flag aggregates evil power, basically like everybody's hate. That girl's singing, her bard powers aggregate everybody's like happiness. And then Sota absorbed it. He absorbed the power. And basically, apparently, every time he collected a new girl in the harem, they increased the power of his flag ability.
His death flag. Oh, his flag ability.
No, his flag ability. And this girl's the last girl. So now his ability is perfect. And the world freezes. Everyone's frozen. Number 0 comes out, his sister. And then he's like, what's going on? This is where this anime goes gorilla, because Sota is in the Matrix.
What?
The world they live in is a virtual world, and it's governed by an AI called the Angel Boat. And all those parallel universes that he's seen in one episode are other virtual worlds that's run by Zero and her group. and they're running hundreds of them to find out who is the chosen one, who is Sota. He is the one with the flag power. And he's the only one who can stop the angel boat because the angel boat's like gone out of control. And
Is the angel boat the one he was on before that sank?
No. It's like they just call it the angel boat.
It's
just
whole
an
thing
AI.
was the Matrix?
Its whole
That's
anime
pretty-
takes place in the Matrix, and the boat is slowly taking over everybody's minds, even though they're not real. So, and like they're like this virtual world runs at like 1,000 times the rate of reality or something like that. I don't know.
okay, classic.
So basically, what they're trying to do is every world is simulation to see who gets the flag power. So in real life, they can grab that person.
So Sota, the real
But
Sota...
Sota is like, I don't know if Sota's real or not. It says like, but he's living in the Matrix world, and he's like, I have to leave, like because he's so powerful now that he knows that the Matrix is working, that the Matrix stops if he's in it. Like his world doesn't move if he's in it. Oh. So she says the only way to get this world moving again is for you to leave. And she's like, we want you to stop the boat. And he's like, if I want my friends to live, I like because you can't really move when you're frozen. And he has to leave, and so. He leaves. He's at the quest dorm and he's leaving. And all the girls like, or Nanami's like, Sota's not here. What the hell is he doing? He's an idiot. And all the other girls are like, oh, he'll be here sooner or later. Sota never breaks his promises because he hasn't. He's been a big guy about keeping his promises. And Sota, it cuts to Sota. He's looking at his hand and he says, I'm sorry. And he squeezes it and you hear a snap. And he broke every girl's connection to him. Every single girl forgot about him who's ever known him. Except for Nanami. She's the only one who remembers because he could never see her flag.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm thinking, because he could never see Nanami's flag, she's not from this world.
She's just
from a different
in
world.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
she's from a different AI world.
Yeah, maybe. Because he can't see her flag, or maybe she's from the real world, something like that.
I might pick this.
Really?
Well, I don't know.
It went full mage. It's like, what the hell? And then
I could easily marathon this before the next
So this
episode.
girl, Miss Number Zero, she's like starts explaining things to me. He's like, no, I already got it. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, he looks at his hand and has like a ring around it. He's like, I've absorbed all the knowledge in the universe. And I'm like,
Sota?
yeah.
What the?
He just absorbed the knowledge in the Matrix. Like he's one with the Matrix now. Like he's the one. He could do anything.
Okay, wait. So, don't watch the next episode without me. I want to watch it with you.
Fine.
What? The entire middle part of this anime is complete garbage. That
Honestly?
like, harem that I don't like.
Honestly, because I was so bored with last episode, I put off this episode to like last night, and I was just like, I just don't want to watch
When
this.
does it come out?
It was on Wednesdays. I was like, I just
At
don't.
the same time as No Game No Life.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want. I usually watch it before all the other ones because it's not nearly as good as them. But this week I was just like, I don't want to see it. And then I watched it. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And Georgie, this poor guy, like he's like, are we in the same anime? What just happened? Like, why are we in the Matrix now? What's going on? Yeah,
Georgie has a funny way of expressing his confusion.
screaming.
What is going on? I love it.
We really need to get Georgie on the podcast. It'd be really funny.
Well, we haven't had any other personalities on this thing except us since the beginning.
We need guests,
We
guest
do.
speakers.
We do.
If you would like to be a guest speaker on a podcast, no.
We're not there yet. We're not...
So you want to hit the button?
Sorry for breaking.
Was that not good? Come on.
That was good, but you just destroyed everybody's hopes for a minute. It flashed. Actually, that's if everyone cares. Breakblade didn't come
Oh,
out
I
this
forgot to
week.
comment that out.
Yeah, apparently it didn't come out this week. Don't know why.
Yeah, and I was looking forward to it because, G-Kun with glasses. Good. No, it's kind of his name. I had it last night. I remembered it.
Jurgel?
Jurg?
Jurgo?
G-Kun with glasses. Wrecked shit last week, and then this week, just nothing. So.
But whatever. So
I'm looking forward to it, man.
I am.
It was good.
Monday's
last week.
not too far away.
No, it's only a few days away. I don't work this weekend. I have the weekend off.
Well, so do
So
I, but
nice.
I'm in Whistler.
Yeah, but you're in Whistler.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I have it off. It's nice. No game, no life.
Okay, this one was a really good episode.
I was wrong about Steph carrying the game, by the way.
Oh, she's going to. Have you noticed she's been nowhere? Absolutely
She's
nowhere.
always out of energy. Did they win, though? They won this
They
episode,
didn't win.
didn't they?
No. It ended with her going beast mode just before she got hit. So something crazy is going to happen.
Oh, I thought she
again.
got hit and then
No,
she
no,
went
no,
beast
no.
mode.
She's going beast mode.
Okay.
Like she's going to go beast mode and turn the tides, and then Steph's going to come with whatever Sora did to her.
I love that. Just in the beginning, they're
Yeah,
like,
they're like playing around with the rules and stuff.
and then I'm like, I wonder if you hit your allies, boom, right away by Shiro. Oh my god,
It's pretty funny the way they're playing around, and I love how when he's like calculating the panty shot or whatever, and he's like, yeah, like hand bra, and then all the humans are cheering for him.
Yeah.
All the guys are like, yeah,
A
and then
king.
they're like, are they even playing properly? But
Oh,
I
that's really
totally
funny.
called that Shiro was not zombified very quickly.
I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, she's clearly not zombified.
Yeah. I thought it'd be more interesting if she was. So
No, but she wasn't because she was walking. And when he said, "Oh, I wonder if that's the like that kind of."
I do love. I don't know when he shoots her panties off, and she's just like, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like, the love that she has for her brother is so nice. I do love when
he figured it out.
When he's like falling in love with her by the bullet thing,
Yeah.
he doesn't like go after her sexually or anything. He goes Shakespeare. Like, oh, my younger sister, how have I never noticed this beauty next
And
to
then
me?
like, was like
Steph in love is very close to Steph already.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more outward.
with herself.
My king.
I love how when she like fell in love with herself.
That was pretty
She's
funny.
like just standing there talking to herself for like 5 minutes
I'll
in the
never let you go.
background, and nobody's like listening to her. It was really good. And when I'm totally blanking, Jibril. Why am I thinking that? Whatever. You know me. Jibril aims for Shiro immediately.
Yeah.
I love that. It was pretty funny.
She's like, I can't feel love, but this feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
It was a good series. Really action packed. It was really cool. Honestly, though, how in the world does playing first person shooters help you with a real gun? Makes no sense. 0 sense.
I agree.
Yeah, just no sense, honestly. But
It's an anime, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And I love how like the Beast guy was like, "Oh, they're better at this than us," and we're like, "Yeah, well, we knew that." But it was a well-made No Game No Life episode. It had the classic fan service that I hated. It had the really good humor. It had the great characters, very beautiful art.
This was fantastic. It was really good.
And the ending, that all of these series are going cliffhanger, full cliffhanger.
I'm
mode.
really looking forward to the climax. I don't know. No Game No Life has consistently been very, very good. The only episode I didn't like was the whole Steph's grandfather episode. But one misstep in like a 13 episode season, 12 episode season, very nicely done.
This is one of the biggest fan favorites.
Dude,
this season.
someone told me, because I told him that we both like Chaika better. He's like, my opinion, your podcast just dropped immensely. He's like, I think your regular is better than Chaika. I was like, you're wrong.
Was it that?
You're wrong.
it-
It's I know someone we both actually know in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
don't
actually
care.
I was surprised from him. Like, really, you think your regular is
Okay.
better?
People who like a regular and people who like No Game No Life love the ecchi. Does he like ecchi stuff?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, but
See, we like
Game No-
good
or-
stories. I know you.
No,
don't-
no. A regular doesn't have much edgy.
Yeah, but it's really heavy on the
Incest.
incest, sexuality stuff, and you don't mind that stuff, but you'll pick a good anime with good story over that any day.
Thanks, man.
Exactly, I know you. I hate that stuff. So clearly, a regular just kept chipping away at me and brought it really down low. No Game No Life isn't as high because of that, but it's still really good.
It's
the
it's
fact that I'm still
second
watching
best, I
it
think.
is actually a good entitlement to how good it is.
Yeah.
Chaika's number one for sure. Like this episode of Chaika was fantastic. It was every
there.
Saturday morning cartoon that I loved.
It was fantastic. All right, let's move on. No Game No Life, fantastic. Can't wait for the next episode, the finale. Really, really hoping for the second season. That I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure it'll get one.
I really liked Kawai Complex this episode. They actually ended this one on a cliffhanger too. So some more I guess character building between Usa and Ritsu, which is really nice.
What do they need?
Well, no, it's building up very gently, and I like it. But Sayaka's childhood friend came over. Really funny interaction.
Super makeup heavy like Chaika?
No, she was really like soft-spoken, glasses, really dorky kind of country girl.
Okay.
She comes in, starts telling about how Sayaka was like a Yankee back in the day.
A delinquent.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
man.
kind of a
Did she wear
delinquent.
the face mask?
That nail bat in the hallway.
Yeah,
it's
it's
hers.
hers.
It's hers. She brought it. Anyways, she made her high school debut like in the end of middle school or whatever, and totally changed. But she actually at one point tackled Sayaka in the morning. I don't know why. And Usa's like, poor Usa. Every episode, he doesn't know what to believe anymore because she looked at him and he goes, makeup is truly a scary thing. He's like, I do not know what to believe in this world anymore
Why?
after seeing makeup. Because apparently, we didn't get to see her face, but Sayaka did not look like Sayaka. And he was like, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Oh, we didn't get to see her makeup on his face?
But then Sayaka did the girl who visited his makeup, and she looked completely different.
Oh.
And they're having this whole heartfelt conversation, but everyone in the back's like, I can't take this conversation seriously because I don't even know who that girl is because she stayed the night. So that was another one of, you know what I found out? I'm stupid, but the name is Kawai Complex Guide to Manners and Hostile Behavior.
Yeah, I know.
And every episode has a name like Don't Bring Friends and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. It's kind of
You
like
never realized that?
no.
Huh.
It's kind of like eight simple rules to date my daughter. Remember that?
Is that a movie?
It was a TV show.
Oh.
So pretty much then what
Hey,
happened?
that was a TV show.
Yeah, and then the dad died in real life, and they had to kill him off in the show.
Oh,
It was
did they?
really depressing.
I never watched that show, man.
Yeah, it was really depressing.
It was interesting.
So Ritsu is sitting in the library as always. Usa's creeping as always. And his friend's getting really annoyed. He's like, why am I here trying to do library duty with you when all you're doing is just staring at this girl? But then this one girl came up to Ritsu and tried to talk to her, but Ritsu ignored her. And Usa made her realize, big mistake. Because Ritsu is clearly an introverted girl. This girl clearly extroverted. And now, at the beginning, they exchange numbers, and Ritsu really sucks at texting, and she's like going really slow, and everyone's making fun of her. By the end of the episode, she has this gloomy face. She's texting like a beast, trying to make it so she can read, and she hates this girl now because she's just dragging her around by the hand or whatever, saying, let's hang out here, let's do this, let's do that, and Ritsu can't get any alone time. They did a lot of... Mayumi always loves to do these like innuendous references to like virginity and sexuality and all that stuff. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
She's one of those.
It's in context though. But so the anime ended in a climax where Ritsu got tied up in a karaoke mixer with this girl with a bunch of guys that she didn't know, and she's freaking out, doesn't know what to do. Usa's like sitting at home, like, I wonder what she's doing. She's out late or whatever.
He's gonna save her next episode.
Probably
save her.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
I liked how, honestly, I mean, Valkyrie's a garbage anime, but I do like how they did the karaoke thing where he went to check on Kuruha, but he didn't save her or anything because she can handle herself. She's a big girl, and he realizes that this is weird and creepy, and he leaves.
Usa doesn't do that. That's because that's a harem, and he has lots of other interests that he can go after.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, we'll talk about it, but you got another girl.
But anyways, like, Kawai Complex was actually really solid this week. I really appreciate that cliffhanger. And I constantly laugh. Always, at least half a dozen times during this anime, every week. I really like that. It's still beautiful. Not as beautiful as it was at the beginning, I'm going to have to say.
Really?
Yeah. They really toned back on the purples and all that stuff they had before.
I like the stark purple. It looks good.
It is still beautiful, but it just doesn't have that impact as the first episode.
Did you notice that No Game No Life did the same thing? Doesn't do the red once they're in the virtual world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's more...
The virtual real world.
Yeah. It's much more bluish, like real life.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Bluish tint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was a short Kawai Complex one. I really tried to tone it back this time.
Good.
Did it feel good?
Sure.
Good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say sure.
Ping pong. Excellent. So ping pong
Spencer corner here
left me with a fantastic sigh of contentment.
Like Noragami?
Yeah, exactly like Noragami. And you know what? This final episode of Ping Pong tied everything together. All the flashbacks, all the hints. It had a really good, endearing moments to every character. It even did a little time skip at the end where it went a little bit ahead of time to show where everyone ended off. And all the characters looked way more mature, way more cool. Like, I don't know. All the characters were talking. It was really... I just don't know how to explain it. If you haven't seen Ping Pong, this series, and it just kind of passed under your radar, stop it. Stop that. It's an amazing sports anime that isn't really about sports. It's about two childhood friends who have looked out after each other from the beginning, lost their way, and then found it at the end. And it was really, really, really well done. And you know what? The art style turned from awkward to endearing. And the animation is by far one of the most detailed sports animations I've ever seen. It's fantastic. I'll give it like a 9.5 out of 10 for this series.
That's pretty high rating.
It launched really high up my list, especially because, thank you, an ending that did it right. It didn't dick around. It didn't do anything bad. It was just a great ending. So it was fantastic. I have nothing else to say except, wow.
Who was the hero? Was it Peko?
Yeah, Peko. They've been saying it since the beginning, but he just did amazing.
Smile better than him now?
No.
Are they still the same? Who's better?
Well,
are they the same?
I guess you've seen it. Peko he's number 5 in the world, and at the end he did really good. But him and Peko, like, Smile was smiling during his match, and it was really cool, and it was really funny. But they not funny, sorry, really nice and endearing. They have this really cool thing where Smile is always referred to as a robot, and then at the end he like breaks away from that. And
what about Chinese guy?
Chinese guy, he launched back into China, like really high again.
That's good.
Really cool character design. Like when he grew up, he looks really manly. Like it's really cool. Kazuma, the main character guy, he got kind of kicked off the Olympic team, and he's just kind of. But him and Smile became friends. Kazuma has hair. The Asian guy, the Akuma, had a bunch of kids with his.
Was he the one who was super good at it?
No, he was really bad.
Oh.
But he was on the Kaio team under Kazuma, but kind of just gave up and went back to give Kazuma advice. And it was just really cool the way it tied everything together. Really, really good. That's the way anime should end things. Really nice. Nothing but good things to say.
Okay, let's move on. Crepe Corner.
Bum, bum, bum.
Actually, we do that every single time. You make a sound, and I grab the bowl, and then
sigh?
and then I sigh.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta stop doing that.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to pick it right.
I've worked on not laughing at our intros anymore. I do that way too often.
Laughing?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, at our intros. Because it would always be, we do our intro, and then I ask you how you're doing, you say something, and I laugh at it. and I don't know why I would laugh.
I don't really
at
ever
it.
say anything funny.
Yeah, I just laugh, and I don't know
The
why.
last time I talked to you about how stressed I was, and you laughed at me.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, no laugh.
Oh, good timing.
See,
No game,
I'm
no
not
laugh?
done mixing here.
You take too long to mix. How are we supposed to have filler banter? Okay. This is a fat piece of paper. What's wrong with you? If your love life was made into a shoujo series, what tropes, cliches would it include? That was talking to me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was directed
directed
to
to
me.
you, but I just made it so it was both of us.
You can talk about it too. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
saying
why-
you don't have a love life.
That's why I didn't put, just Spencer on it.
No, sure. Okay.
Did you sure me?
No, sure. I was just encouraging you. I'm trying not to be rude to you. Like, you have a love life. You've had more love lives than I've had, actually. That's dangerous. It's a glass bowl.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll be more careful then.
I was like, that could be very bad.
Sorry.
Okay, anyways.
You go first.
I feel like I've had the classic falling out of friends, I guess. I guess if that's a trope.
Yeah, you've had that.
The banter between friends where I've been hanging out with this girl more and my friends kind of get confused at where they stand now, and then it kind of falls apart. We've had the classic infighting in the relationship where something in our past came up.
That happens to everybody.
No, but
for
like,
sure.
it's the trope. It's something came up in the past that she didn't realize kind of about me, and it caused a little bit of friction, and you had to turn that corner.
Do we know about this?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's whatever. And then there's...
We know a lot about each other.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
What kind of tropes are there in a relationship?
The shoujo series. Shoujo tropes.
Oh.
Think about
Well,
World's So Beautiful.
We've never had the trope where a past lover has come back and tried to tempt.
You haven't.
You probably have.
I've
I want to
had
hear about yours. Talk about some of yours. Maybe I'll have some memory.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you about that happened. So there's this girl when I wasn't with. Anyway, there's this girl that something's happened between us, and basically she kind of got a little too clingy when we weren't anything, we're just friends. And then she went. At the time I had a female best friend, and we kind of sort of had a thing at one point.
Is that her?
No, but this girl came. And she goes to my best friend at the time. This was a long time ago. And she says, "Stay away from Raj. He's mine. Like, you can't be near him anymore. He belongs to me and nobody else."
Oh, that's a trope.
And my friend was like, "Excuse me? Like, I'll hang out with who I want." And I heard this and I was kind of worried. I was like, does this girl know where I live? Like, this is getting kind of heavy for my taste. Yeah. So I had that. That was weird. But in terms of shoujo tropes, if I were to have them in my love life, I'd probably, knowing my luck, I'd have the guy who comes to try to take your woman away, and he's like significantly like
never had that.
feminine and stuff like that, and really pretty, and girls fawn over,
okay.
fawn
I
over
see
him.
that. Yeah.
So that trope would probably happen. I would have no doubt in my mind that you've done this. You would have the trope where you take the girl out in like some moonlight or some crap like that, and you say something really cheesy or give her like a cheesy ass speech, and she just like fawns over you.
I've said all the time. That's happened. I didn't know that. I thought it was like a negative trope. Positive trope. That's happened.
I think that's negative, but it works for you. It's Spencer, your entire life is a cliche.
That's like my entire proposal.
Your life is a cliche.
Yeah, my life is a cliche, and I'm proud of it. Proud of it. I'll write a book about it. I won't have to put explicit on it.
What other shoujo tropes are there? 'Cause I don't watch too much shoujo. You watch a lot more than I do.
Well, the problem is, like there's there's this really self-conscious girl that comes up and doubts the relationship. That's probably happened in my relationship.
Probably the misunderstanding.
The misunderstanding. Oh, I've had
people
so
apart.
many misunderstandings. I hate that.
The misunderstanding. That's a big one in romance in general.
I never really had the meet the family one. I don't think is that a shoujo thing?
I think that's just a romance. Actually, that'd be a romance thing. What do you mean you've never and what type of meet the family?
Like where me and Janelle have been dating for a while, and then I go and see the family. I knew Janelle's family. Like the way that I did my relationship was me and Janelle hung out a lot at each other's homes before we were even dating.
I did the meet the family thing. Scariest thing ever. First girl I ever dated. I met her dad. The dude is like 6.5 feet tall and extremely large.
Letter.
M.
Okay.
You know who?
Yeah.
And he was extremely large, extremely intimidating. And
fat large or Russian large?
I can't remember. It's been a long time. It's been like 8 years or 9 years. Anyway, that like her parents were divorced. I'm like, can we hang out at your mom's place from now on? But then like he works like away for months, so we basically just had the house to ourselves a lot of the time. It's really
hard to get a lot of the shoujo tropes just because they're very fantasized, very much so.
Absolutely.
And a lot of guys don't act like those shoujo protagonist males do.
And I honestly would not want my life to be a shoujo. I mean, sure, things end well. But look, let's be honest here. A lot of the time, shoujo's really boring.
It is. Nothing really happens.
Conflict in shoujo is either 90% of the time it's either another love interest shows up for either the guy or the girl, or
a ridiculously
misunderstanding.
stupid misunderstanding
Yeah.
where if they just talked to each other and it would make sense. Like
Yeah.
one thing that I did going into me and Janelle's relationship was I was like, look, I talk about everything. So if I think there's a misunderstanding, I will bug the crap out of you until it gets solved. Now that's a very man way to go about things.
Yeah.
But it's worked. It's worked
Really?
pretty well.
I've seen days where it hasn't, though.
Yes.
I've seen days where she'd shut you down.
But we've never, and this isn't something that I'm trying to say like, oh, look at me, because it's going to happen one day, but we've never for the past 3 and a bit years gone to bed angry at each other. We've always figured it out before we went to bed.
That's nice.
It
That's
is.
good.
Oh man, I love my sleep. It must be done.
You're going to love it more in a few more weeks.
Oh, buddy. Why, you sleeping over?
Well.
Wait, you picked it? I guess that's okay.
What? You can't always pick it.
Well, okay. You're going to read it? No, you can't read it. I read it.
I'll read it.
I read it.
What's the point of me picking if you're reading?
You write them, I read them.
Fine, read it.
You're like a hard
God.
drive. We work together. Okay. What do you
If
think?
I'm the hard drive, what are you?
I'm the arm.
All right, baby.
What do you... I'll scratch your disc. Oh, gosh. We're done.
I apologize to anybody listening to this again.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you're blushing now. Okay, what do you think about dubs? Could a site like Crunchy only airing dubs make it? I'm amazed
So-
I read that.
Sorry, my writing's not the greatest. There's a reason I'm a programmer.
Only airing dubs? No.
Yeah.
No.
In terms of what I think about dubs, I think they're great in that they get people into anime. It's very easy to access. Spencer and I both grew up on dubs.
Yeah.
You know, you started with Digimon, I started with whatever. I actually watched Gundam, I think it was Destiny in Hindi when I was in India. Yeah, I didn't actually know it was
There's
dub.
a Hindi dub?
There is a
Like,
Hindi
people
dub.
are speaking Hindi.
And it sounds awful, but it exists.
I'm holding back real hard now.
Well, back at racism, Spencer.
I am.
So-
It's more like my attempt to try to speak out what a Hindi dub would sound like.
So, I like dubs. Most of the time, the subs are just generally better. The original Japanese or whatever language is
There's
originally
just some things
is
that
just
Japanese
better.
people can say without making it sound like they're complete idiots.
But most of the time, it's because the animation is matched to the words.
Not even that. Just contextually, nobody would say that in English
Yeah,
ever.
that's true. A couple of dubs that I think are incredible. Full Metal Alchemist, absolutely. Death Note, fantastic dub.
really good.
Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yes.
Hakusho, why did I say it like that? Great.
Excellent.
Dragon Ball Z, fantastic dub.
Have to watch it.
Funimation one. Ocean dub's okay. I mean, it's Canadian. I gotta like it. Actually, I like the voice of Vegeta in the Ocean dub because it gave more leeway to kind of curse. So he says like, I don't know. Well, he doesn't swear, but he'll say
Just
kind
watch
of
the bridge if
harsher
you want swearing.
words.
That is a really good Vegeta, by the way.
Yeah, he's Lenny Patur. He's great. He got engaged.
Did he?
Yeah, to his girlfriend.
Congratulations.
He's probably married by now. I don't know. He might be. Those are the only ones off the top of my head that are absolutely amazing. Honestly, Full Metal Alchemist, the English dub, in my opinion, is equivalent in terms of quality to the sub. I actually think
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho are superior to the subs, but that also adds into the fact that I like the music they use better.
Yeah.
They use in that better.
Because we talked about it during the Laputa Castle Sky.
Yeah.
The Japanese tend to not like to do background music, especially in the older films.
But in the Yu Yu Hakusho dub, they actually use the Japanese music and it works really well.
I totally played through a bunch of the OST right in my head right now.
Yu Yu Hakusho has such a good
Yeah.
OST. As for a site running off purely dubs, I honestly don't
Well, it
think it would
couldn't
succeed.
be like Crunchy.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't be like, it would be one of those lame-o websites you all know about that's like anime dub for life, lava.
Funimation
.org.
does it perfectly, in my opinion, and where that they have both the sub and the dub for you to watch.
You have to
and
coexist.
you choose.
You have to coexist.
You
it.
can't have only the dub. It just doesn't work. When it's not in the native language, 90% of the time, it will not be better.
Because the censor stuff, things like, again, iShield 21.
Or the One Piece, where they censor all that stuff.
Yeah. Whoa, One Piece was, I wrote a university paper on how bad One Piece was
In terms of
for
censoring. But One Piece
censoring.
dub gave us the greatest opening
Yayo.
Dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy. Dreaming, don't give it up, Zoro. Dreaming, don't give it up, Nami.
I put that in my Smash Brothers game thing.
Give it up. That was so good, man. I know people hate that. I honestly think it's amazing. I think that
Why
rap
not?
is
It's
so good.
excellent.
It's so funny.
It's excellent for its badness.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Okay.
I think that's enough of Crepe Corner for today.
This is going to be a short podcast, honestly.
It is. I think it is.
I'll be surprised if we get to an hour.
You really?
Yeah.
I'm actually, for this day in particular, I have to make spaghetti for myself, or at least a dinner.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, because it's already almost 6.
Okay.
I have to leave by 7.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm not rushing anything. We got time.
You're not rushing me?
I'm not rushing or anything. You misheard me.
I was going to say we could do another Crepe Corner then. A little thing in Majigger. Akuma No Riddle, you watched this episode with me.
You know what? I'm going to actually try to make it a point to watch all the endings of these animes with you. Why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Again, I wish you would watch Ping Pong with me. And apparently Kawai Complex is ending next episode, but I don't even think you're going to touch that. You dropped that so fast.
I'll watch the ending.
We should pick up 1 Week Friends just to be confused.
It's already over, isn't it?
Oh, well, who cares?
Actually, let's do it. Let's watch the last episode 1 week. See how it ends.
Review it like we actually watched it. Make people super
Nobody
mad.
will know.
How about Makaku?
No,
never mind.
We're never
Sorry,
touching
I
that.
overstepped my bounds.
Makaku is just never going to be touched. By the way, people agree with me that nobody's going to remember Makaku in like 2 seasons.
Well, one person did, but that's people. I understand.
That one person is people, okay?
Yeah,
God.
that's true.
So, Akuma no Riddle, this episode... So they kind of... I was right in that Tokaku's reason for attacking Haru was to find out whether or not she was actually seduced. But it wasn't Tokaku, it was Neo, and that makes no sense. And then the actual Tokaku came and saved her, and Spencer's like, you looked at me, you're like, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, I don't know.
Because I've been following the anime technically because you describe it every single week to me. But honestly, I thought this ending fell flat on its ugly face.
So I like that. I liked the, Tokaku beat Neo. She stabbed her. I like that Haru goes after Tokaku.
It was pretty... Oh, man. I was like cringing.
That stab into the boob. Like, she went under her boob and, like, shanked her. I was like... Because I've been wanting Haru to die, honestly. She got owned. It was great. Tokaku's sad, of course. She's crying. Then Tokaku, Yuri's like, what's your wish? She's like, my wish is for, Haru to be alive, but that can never happen. Yeah. She starts crying. We cut to graduation and Haru's alive. And
this anime pulled straight One Piece.
This was so dumb. They did. They pulled the One Piece. Haru was they're like, I can't believe Haru's titanium rib deflected the blade of the knife so it didn't hit her heart. Why did she have a titanium rib?
And then those 2 girls at the end who were supposedly...
Okay, honestly, when they were going through the girls, Spencer's like, oh, this is still sugary sweet, I don't like it. And I was like, I like it because where each girl ended up makes sense for
But
the character.
told you, I'm like, they're all going to come back to life. I said it right
And
there.
I was like, only 2 of them died, Spencer. And then they showed up, and I yelled in anger. I was so mad. Like, really? You took away all credibility for your anime.
That's what I said. I was like... And you corrected me, but I was like, no anime has the balls to finish this kind of intense, hardcore series strong. What kind of ending was that compared to what the anime was?
That really pissed me off. I did not like the fact that they lived. One girl drank poison, and she didn't die. The other girl got stabbed, and she didn't die. And she bled out for a while. She still didn't die. I like the serial killer's ending because she's just like, just a few more years. A few more years.
I mean, it was okay. The anime is beautiful. It does action really well, but honestly...
You were really into the action.
Yeah. Luca Castle's the one who's been doing our spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go ahead and add this one to the spreadsheet. Go ahead. Make yourself feel better.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it. That was so annoying.
How frustrating, hey? You invest 12 weeks, technically, 11, into an anime.
You know what we need to do?
This.
I need to show you the fight with the rich girl because if you enjoyed the fight that this episode had...
Well, I don't know if I enjoyed it. I was cringing in terror.
It's so good.
Oh, gosh. I felt really sick, actually.
Oh, it was so good.
There's a Titan kind of thing where it's, not really real.
Or Mononoke.
There's a Mononoke. That was just ridiculous.
Mononoke's action... I forgot because it's been a while since I watched that movie. And then, the guy, he hits the sword with the arrow, and his arms fly up. And all 3 of us, you, me, and Georgie, we screamed. We're like, oh my God, that was amazing.
Yeah. There's a lot of physics-breaking deaths in this.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
This is the good thing about not watching a movie for a very long time.
What do you want to give... I know we don't really rank them, but since they're ending, what do you want to give Akuma no Riddle?
We can do a 5-point scale?
Sure. I gave... technically, Ping Pong's 4.75 if we're doing that. So what do you think? Well, because I gave it a 9.5. I can't do that. 2. So not worth your time.
Skippable. Very skippable.
Wow.
It got better. It peaked. It peaked 2 weeks ago. But man, when it peaked, It was good. It was really, really good. But that's the best the anime could do.
That's sad.
So Akuma no Riddle's over. Yeah, I'm disappointed. That's all I can say.
That's a bummer,
Disappointed.
man. You were actually really pumped about it.
I was so excited.
Black Bullet.
Speaking of disappointment,
You were disappointed?
I was disappointed with this episode.
I need to check if I was disappointed.
This episode was paced so poorly. What the hell are you doing, Black Bullet? This episode was literally important stuff happening in this scene, cut to another scene. Important stuff happening in this scene, cut away to another scene. Like, they just kept jumping.
Yeah, the pacing was really bad.
The pacing was terrible. And the scene, or the anime, the episode itself was boring. The action was it was okay that we had.
I was just happy to even see some action.
And then the moment when he goes on 10 and like Andrew's wearing the little hat and she's like, I'm helping people by holding their hands.
That's stupid.
That was cute.
It was.
She's comforting them by holding their hands.
It is cute, though.
That's adorable. Then Kisara came out with one. I'm like, you take that off. You're a grown woman. And like, come on, you look dumb.
Well, it's the nurse uniform. It's not.
It wasn't even a uniform. It was a hat.
Oh.
Literally, the only reason that scene exists is to show that the doctor is here because she's going to be necessary for the climax. Like,
that's stupid.
That's literally the only reason.
Do you see what my issue is with this anime?
Yeah, I see it. This episode makes it loud and clear, man. So that was crap. The whole, you left your rank to save our lives by killing things, but you're still leaving rank, so we're going to punish you by doing this. Oh, that's your true colors. And then he gets punched by a girl, which was stupid. That was terrible. This episode was overall not very good until we got to Kagetane.
I was happy they pulled this direction.
I didn't expect it to go this way, but I'm happy it did. Kagetane brought it back. Yeah. He really did. I love the conversation they have. I love how he's holding a gun to Kagetane, even though it can't do anything to him, because he can just deflect it. I love how the little girl's like, Andrew's alive, I want to meet her, I want to cut her, I want to meet her, I want to cut her. And they both just ignore her and continue their conversation. I like that.
The ending, like I was like, still, it's getting good. Despite what I had said bad about the series that episode, it's getting to a point where, honestly, if this keeps going the way it's going, it's going to get a barely passable 2.5, maybe 3.
Kagetane is carrying this anime at this point just because he's such a good villain.
Rentaro just can't do it.
He can't. He honestly can't carry this anime alone. It's better when he's with Enshu, but right now she's not here. I love the respect that those two have for each other. Kagetane put it perfectly. He said, I'm jealous of you, or you're jealous of me, because I can use my powers whenever I want, however I want, and I can live selfishly. I'm jealous of you because you can live in the daylight, and you can be with the people. Like, they've each chosen their paths, and each one has its consequences. And they kind of see the grass is kind of greener on the other side, kind of thing.
I love the way he was walking away at the end, kind of grouchy, and they were following him. Like, I'm happening to go the same way as you.
He's like, why are you following me? This is the way I gotta walk.
Finally, an adventure. I mean, I must be a sucker for shonen, but I was waiting for... I know, but I was waiting for this to go this direction. Does this anime not scream shonen to you? It had all the potential of what Titan was, and Titan severely beat this anime to the frickin' ground. Like, you try to take Titan's beginning theme to try to make it weapon, you throw a crappy harem in there with some cutesy lollies, you're not going to get a good anime. And they didn't, and it isn't.
I do like those lollies, though. Because
you know what? This is like one of these guys, that guy, whoever, I don't know, people are going to be like, well, oh, yeah, Black Bullet was awesome. It was way better than Chaika.
I didn't know Sylvester Stallone was doing this podcast. Hello, Rocky. How are you?
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, I just don't like them lollies.
Well, I mean, like, they're going to say, oh, it was so much better than Chaika. Why? Because it was cute.
Can we do an entire podcast in Sylvester Stallone's voice?
No, nobody would listen to us.
No.
I can't even do a proper voice. I don't even know where that came from. Black Bullet, meh, until the last 5 minutes.
I was totally right of Shoma, by the way, that he was added so late that the fact that this character is completely useless.
He's so useless. Guy?
Yeah,
he punched one animal.
He's so useless. He said like 3 lines. He punched something, a spider or whatever. His little initiator, she said something cute. Actually, she was really adorable when she came into Renter. She's like, Lita, Renter. I'm like, oh, you're adorable. But at the same time, you're completely useless. Like, those two have no purpose in this anime other than to be a power-up for his group. And even his group, he's not with them anymore. So now their purpose is entirely nullified.
Well, and we only have 1 episode, right?
There's 1 episode left. And given the pacing we have so far, I don't think it's going to be a good one.
I hope at least it pulls what episode 2 did.
I just hope it goes back to what happened in the Kagetane fight, where it can be Russian beginning, but they can pull it back in the middle and still have a good episode.
I still can't believe in 1 episode they beat Kagetane, fired off a gun, and took it down to class 5.
They need to bring that kind
this
of
anime has
back.
Remember how pumped we were by episode 2?
Yeah, I remember. That was like episode 4, by the way.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
It was like episode 4.
But I mean, honestly, what happened?
It fell hard.
If this anime doesn't pick itself back up, it'll be added to that spreadsheet.
It only has one episode left too.
I don't know. It's so funny. You watch these animes, you hear our responses, and it's not like we're biased by anything really in particular. We just see it as it is. It's not doing it well.
I'm a man who loves his harem. I'm a man who loves his lollies. And Black Bullet is just not cutting it right now.
It's like adding 13 people to a harem and trying to make that work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure five or six around that. That's the magic number for a harem. I
Honestly,
think
I
five
haven't
is
watched enough to make a formula.
5 is about it. Oh, we're not at Valkyrie yet, but I gotta talk about when we get there. So Nanana's Buried Treasure. This was a good climax. This was a good final episode to this season. I don't know if it's gonna get a second season. Honestly, I don't care about this anime enough that I would really want one. Like, I'm kind of satisfied with what we got.
If I didn't watch any more Nanana in my life, even without soul collecting and all this stuff that everyone's freaking out about the not being in.
Yeah.
Okay. If as a person who just watched the anime in all of its interpretations,
I'm content.
I'm content.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it was a cute interaction between Nanana and Jugo at the end. Nice Tensai Darku getting shoutouts at the end. A little bit of teaser. Oh, maybe there's more, but I'll just imagine it.
The fight had a pretty good ending. I like that, even though it was pretty obvious that Jugo got wrecked at the end there. They're like, it's a tie, because Jugo did beat him, and then like he came back.
Tensai
and
lied and
Tensai
stuff,
just
yeah.
bluffed her way out. The face she makes when she says, I didn't want you to die, and she's like smiling and laughing at him, that was adorable. I want these two to get together. They're just so
But the thing is,
so
I
nice together.
don't care enough to just watch it. Honestly, I'm shipping Nanana and Jugo. I like that way better.
She's
so
a
sweet.
ghost.
She shouldn't have died.
I like that she finally said it. She finally said something that makes sense. I want to find the killer and kill him myself. That is a reasonable reaction.
I was kind of weirded out at how...
Would you not feel that way?
I wouldn't react normally to that, but I guess Jugo's lifestyle isn't really normal.
No, but I'm saying this entire time she's been way too accommodating to her own death, her own situation. And she's never said, like, I regret this, I don't like being dead. Stuff like that.
This was a final episode.
Yeah.
Do we review it as a final episode and just pretend the next season's not going to happen?
Well, we don't know what's going to happen, so yeah. Did you notice a small bit of fan service at the end there?
With who?
With his landlord? It just cut to her in her drunk slumber, and then she just wasn't wearing pants.
and like
or
the
shorts.
underwear or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
I was like, can I get some Yukihime fan service, please? Like, I don't care.
Well, what about
this
Yukihime
kid.
tied up in chains at the beginning intro?
Yeah, but I don't like the intro, so I don't watch it. Also, that's probably the other guy.
And what the heck was with Yukihime chaining up that villain guy at the end?
What? When did that happen?
There was a quick cut to Yukihime and the Thousand Face guy with the golden thing that Jugo gave her.
There was? I didn't see that.
Yeah, and the main bad guy with the ring was all tied up in it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Then,
what I did see was Yun-chan with the red eyes and something
she
about...
died, apparently.
Something about
She's
survive.
a zombie.
I don't know.
That bag that they found with the blood on it was hers.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she like attacks you.
Okay, honestly, if this comes out in the second season,
it was just a big tease. It was a tease for a second season.
I might give it a chance.
I'll watch it.
But I won't want to read any of the novels because I don't want to spoil it.
I don't care about the novels.
And I don't know why everyone was saying it was a big middle finger to fans. I mean, I guess to novel readers because it was fine for anime watchers. And honestly,
there's only one person who said it that I read.
Well, I guess so, but
who cares? Nanana honestly was a very solid anime this season.
It's just, unfortunately, it was skippable too. If you don't watch Nanana in your life, it's not like you missed a benchmark anime.
If I were to get, as a rating, I would give it a 3. It's solid.
2.75. I know I don't like doing the 7.5 thing, but I just don't feel like it's a 3, and I don't feel like it's just barely passing. It's just, it was beautiful. The story was good. It kept me interested. But at the end of the day, when I look back and think about this season and all the anime that was in it, Nanana was always the last that I always forgot about until just before the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked Nanana. It pretty much made my Thursdays. It was enjoyable.
It came out on Thursdays?
Yeah.
Black Bullet came out on Thursdays.
No, Black Bullet comes out Mondays. It comes out Tuesday, sorry.
Chaika comes out Thursdays.
Chaika comes out Wednesday.
What have I been doing?
I've given you my schedule.
What?
How do you not know
I
it?
deleted it.
What the You're not getting it next season.
Well, no, please. Actually, whatever. I just carve out days to watch it.
If you're going to delete it, I'm not going to give it to you.
I know when the good ones come out, which apparently I don't, because I don't, whatever.
Yeah, so much for knowing when Chaika comes out. Speaking of Chaika, so you were right. Blue Chaika, not black or yellow Chaika like I thought.
Boom. Praise me.
What neither of us predicted was this was slutty prostitute Chaika.
Yeah, with like gross flat boobs.
And, yeah, I mean, some guys are into that, I guess. Wait, alright. We may have some flat-chested viewers. You are not gross.
No, but please respect your body and treat it modestly. if you don't got it going on, don't wear shirts that let you wear it so it looks.
Oh,
like
that's what
it's
you're talking
got it
about. I
going
thought you were
on.
talking about prostitution.
No, I mean honestly, you're built the way you are. Be proud of yourself, but don't.
You mean wear clothes that are form fitting?
Yeah, wear clothes that are fitted for your body. Don't try to fit in what gross, busty supermodels are made to wear, which is just gross. Anyways, but whatever.
So this Chaika is a completely like every comment I read had the word slut in it, pretty much, and I mean that's what she is. She just has sex with dudes.
Layla's been laying around.
Yeah,
with guys.
and she's just
she
good
is
at,
a slut.
she's good at chemistry.
That was her
She
job.
is, yeah.
She does aphrodisiacs and just trying to manipulate men to. Which means she manipulated that young boy too.
So it's revealed that Guy is, if at the very least he hasn't created the Chaikas, he's had a hand in it.
Who's Guy? Oh, the guy. Yes.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
So
And that weird dragon plant thing that Layla was talking to at the beginning.
the dragon. Yeah, so
Doesn't
in the
look
very
like a
first episode of
dragon.
Chaika, that was Layla.
That was there. I thought it was Chaika.
It wasn't our white Chaika, it was blue Chaika.
And that's sick. Gross. All the women in the walls thing.
That was hardcore.
I was a little taken aback.
This
that
was
gross.
such a good episode. I say that every week, but Chaika is just so
But
good.
the team up finally happened.
I like that, and
Yeah.
I like that Gillette wasn't part of it.
No.
And I like that the girls both see that Toru isn't a bad guy, and she's like, "Why would aren't you a saboteur? Don't you like killing?" He's like, "Killing is just a means to an end."
Is it not the exact same as
I
you,
don't-
an assassin? She's like, no, it's different.
I didn't become an assassin because I wanted to. I didn't become a saboteur because I wanted to.
Exactly.
Like they're
the
seeing
way
that they're
that
people.
they build up to trust each other, it just makes total logical sense. There's no holes.
It's fantastic. I love it. Dude, holy shit, Frederica. Oh my god, when that happened to her,
Oh my goodness, yes.
I was holding my phone. I literally dropped my phone and I said out loud, "Holy shit, dude,
My
Frederica."
hand raised to my face, and I was like, "What the When I sent that text saying, "What the," it was just like she got knifed and
Into the
she's
head.
screwed. Like if this anime follows logic, she's screwed.
She's gonna live.
But she get brain and the.
I think they're probably gonna pull. I mean, they could do something else, but what I think they're gonna do is it didn't reach all the way.
I guess so.
They're probably gonna do that, but in the preview,
when
it showed
Frederica
her
came
dead,
back,
but-
I was like, "Well, that makes sense. She recovered."
Yeah.
But then
I love how like nonchalant she was. She's like, "Frederica, you're okay." Yep. Like she's like, "It's no big deal."
then she got like
and then she got wrecked.
that thing was creepy.
It was very creepy. Toru handled it like a boss.
Oh, they
It's
have
like,
a weird dog there.
Ching, 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 and then like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And then they run. By the way, that was me like making swords hitting things sound. Yeah.
Well, I thought that.
I mean, they might not know that.
Oh, I guess so. You did the cool hand thing.
Yeah, but they can't see my hand. It's a little suggestive. Spencer was just jerking off air penises there.
I wasn't. I was trying to get the freezies out.
Air dongers. Yeah,
But that ending though, when he's climbing up and it's like everything's happening at once, and
it's really cool.
I just can't wait.
I'm wondering though. No, I do know. Because I was wondering the whole time, what is Lila's motivation to get this war started? But it makes sense that if the war starts, it's going to be significantly harder for them to get the remains. And that ruins the plans of Guy and whoever else it is. And I also like that they finally explain what the neck thing is about.
And what-
It's from the original Chaika.
I think it's actually not from the original.
It's the original Chaika getting beheaded.
No, I thought it wasn't the original Chaika getting beheaded. I thought it was just the king getting beheaded.
No, I don't think
They've
so.
never shown any of her other limbs.
I think it was just Chaika.
But what if she has scar wounds for every single cut that the
would,
guy has?
He does. They don't. Or she doesn't. We've seen Chaika without a dress on. We've seen Layla
we
without.
have?
We've seen Layla without much clothes
Oh
on.
yeah, it's just the neck. So
Red
the
Chaika
original
also.
getting-
It was the original Chaika getting beheaded. That's why they all have it, because they're probably
And I
cloned
like the
from Richard Chaika's
backstory.
body.
Like they're like, we made a bunch with different experiences and skills so that you could get all of the things from different angles.
Everybody with different motivations.
Yeah, makes sense.
And he's like, of course, if we have this much diversity, something like this might
It's
happen.
like, having different AI worlds to try to find out who.
Can we not talk about that?
Okay.
God damn it. That anime.
Chaika was fantastic. It has done barely anything wrong this season.
I honestly don't think it has done anything wrong this season. It's just been so good consistently.
Even the filler episodes, which
wasn't really a filler.
but it did well for
But-
what I like to
yeah.
develop characters.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, No Game No Life has only had one small slip up for me, but it's still amazing. Chaika hasn't slipped up. Neither has Captain Earth. Actually, we're not there yet. And actually, we're not talking
Chaika
about it this
started
week.
well too with that unicorn fight.
It
and
has. Holy crap!
Remember
Chaika's
how
so good.
pessimistic I was about Chaika at the beginning? I was like
you?
making fun of everything about it when it started.
Yeah, you were. And then the unicorn showed up, and you were totally on board.
That was freaky.
Ugh.
Baby steps.
Ain't no rainbows with that unicorn.
No, ain't no rainbows with that unicorn.
So, baby steps.
I liked this episode. What I didn't like was the stupid CGI fans in the background.
You noticed that too?
Of course I noticed
Oh my
that.
god, they're so universe breaking. They look so bad.
They were so bad.
And they were copied and pasted
yeah, everywhere. There's just like, it ruined it for me a little bit.
It took me out of the game.
Yeah.
Even people in the comments were like, so anybody notice how everybody else in the stands just looks really messed up?
Yeah, it's messed up. It was pretty weird.
Why do you people do this to your anime?
Because it's easy. Character model designing is like you design a model, you can change out clothes, and just copy and paste them in the universe, and you don't have to draw those characters.
Especially if they don't have to move them.
I mean, in tennis, it's a lot of repetitive stuff, right? I understand why they did it. It's a poor decision.
Yeah, it's just not good.
So what I did,
but Baby Steps itself. Sorry, go ahead. It was good.
What I did like was the game. I liked how it progressed, and I liked how it ended. Because
he did not get a Kamehameha. I thought he would.
No, he's not ready for that yet, and I like that.
I thought it was going to go the typical sports thing where he comes up with it during the game. Come on, that's Kuroko, that's Ice Shield, that's what they do.
It was really realistic in that he didn't even win by his own skill.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was the perfect way to end the game.
Perfect
honestly.
way to end it for H-Han.
I love how they're pretty much showing that his power is copying people. Mm-hmm. That's what he does. He copied Takuma with the fake. He copied Groundstroke Kun with the Miyaga.
I love the way that he does it.
Yeah.
Like, he's so innocent in his straightforwardness on what his thought process is that it makes absolute logical sense.
I love that he did the thing to the wide and it makes the risk and just goes past and people are like, what?
Yeah. That was great. I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. And I was totally imagining a slow motion hit that was like, this is his move. Nope.
I love Takuma had the best reaction to Miyaga losing. Groundstroke Kun losing. Where if you look at everybody else's face, they're all shocked. Takuma's face is, "What the hell are you doing, you idiot?"
Yeah, you're a fool. You won because you like. And how many times have you done? You played tennis. I played tennis. You played badminton.
Yeah,
I played badminton. How many knee-jerk reactions have you done where it was about to hit something and you like hit it over
and then you lose the point?
That happens.
Yeah.
Except it went over. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was good.
This was a good episode.
It was a good series. It was a good episode.
Is it going to end next week?
This might pull like a Space Brothers or something else and just kind of continue forward into the next season. Maybe take a little break.
Okay.
Because I think that's where it's going. It can end.
I think that's what Break Place.
He's only in third. He just finally beat the third round of the tournament. Like
he might get stomped in like the next 5
probably.
minutes.
And if it does, he might say,
and then it'll end.
I'm gonna work hard. Beep.
Yeah.
Might be that way.
How's that theme song go again? Believe in yourself.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I hated that theme song, but it's grown on me. Well, it really has. Although the freaking brown dude that he's facing in the game, in the opening, has still not shown up.
But one part about the opening that I really like is where it's like, da 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 da.
I just like yelling, believe in yourself.
It's just really cool when he's hitting it and it's timing up properly. It's really nice.
Baby Steps, good sports series. Not nearly as good as Ace of Diamond. Better than Haikyuu. I know, you guy on YouTube, I know you disagree with me, but no.
And not nearly as good as Ping Pong.
I haven't watched it, so I can't say.
It's okay.
But it's good this season. I did not expect this to be good. I didn't even want to watch it in the beginning.
It was a really good out of the blue anime. That was really good.
There's probably multiple guys on YouTube who disagree with me.
That's okay. The thing about
you are right, and I am also right.
Wow.
Because
usually I thought you'd say, what's it like living your life being wrong?
Nah, I don't want to be mean to our viewers.
That's true. The thing about podcasts is you listen to them to hear someone's opinion that I guess you trust on anime that you just watched so you can kind of get those feelings out. I know that I used to search online all the time trying to find somebody who watched an anime that was crazy and I wanted to hear their reactions to it. And I never really settled on anybody, so I thought, what the heck, I'll do it myself. So we love you guys for being... I'm guessing I'm going to hit the button that says, yeah. Oh. What? This one's left?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Sorry. Anyways, we love you guys for actually responding to us.
This is why it goes, see?
Yeah. For responding to us as people who like anime, so we can actually engage with you in the reactions, even as it's going on during the week. So that's really cool.
All right. Last one, I think. Valkyrie in the darkness. So Georgie was at my house. Georgie pretty much lives at my house. He's always there. And he likes to take naps at my house. And that's what he was doing. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just watch anime while he's sleeping. Valkyrie. I've been putting this one off because I didn't expect it to be a good episode. I was wrong. It was actually, for this show anyway, it was good. Bathhouse scene. Onsen scene. And I was like, yeah, this is good. Same old, same old. And I just hear, what the hell are you watching? And I'm like, you chose to wake up now? Like, you couldn't wait 30 seconds? Like, what the hell, Joe? He's like, I didn't choose to wake up now. He's like, just go back to sleep and let me watch my onsen. He's like, no, I'm going to watch this with you now. And so he watched the rest of Valkyrie with me. And now he's really interested in it. I've been trying so hard to tell this guy not to watch Valkyrie. I'm like, listen, I know you enjoyed this episode, but this is rare. This is a rare occurrence. Don't watch this anime. It's not good. He's like, no, but look, the witch did this and this. She blew up a mountain. I'm like, no, Georgie, that doesn't happen most of the time. Most of the episodes is just people crying and bitching about their lives. Just don't watch it. He's like, but it's so cool. I'm like, no, please. I don't want you to suffer. I have not recommended him anything bad up till now, so I'm trying to keep him pure.
You just recommended him Steins Gate. You got to keep the flow going, man.
He's watching Steins Gate and Ouran High School Host Club right now.
Oh, excellent.
And he is loving Ouran High School Host Club.
We're introducing him to what made anime awesome for us.
Yeah. He wanted to watch Steins Gate with me. I'm like, no, you got to watch that alone. Because one, I'm going to have a very hard time not spoiling it for you. And two,
you have a hard time,
I've already seen Steins Gate like 4 times.
And you played a
visual novel, and so I will not be interested enough to actually watch it with you. And I'll look up and be like, so is Mayuri dead yet? Oh, no. I actually told him, like, listen, it'll get kind of, like, it might get a little slow, and then, like, a big mystery will kind of pop up, and then you'll be into it. But if you don't get into it, wait until episode 12, because that's when, Mayuri happens. I'm like, then you will be into this anime.
That's such a good anime. I'm so glad I recommended it to you. I just randomly found it, and I'm like, you need to watch this now. You're like, I don't know. I watched, what was it before? Chaos something?
No, I never watched Chaos Head.
Oh, okay. You're like, I haven't heard good things, and you're like, oh, I'm glad we watched that one together.
Well, Steins Gate, I was like...
That was a good moment.
It was like, oh!
Yeah. Oh, I got to fix that.
Dude, Steins Gate was just... Wait, this is the 3rd week in a row we talked about Steins Gate.
That's because it's amazing.
What are we going to talk about? Valkyrie. Okay, so the Valkyrie, they call her the Valkyria, by the way. How do I explain this? Why are you leaving me? You getting another banana?
I need to make dinner.
Can you not? Why do you? It's always during Valkyrie. Every single time.
You just nonstop talking about how crappy it is.
I'll be done in 5 minutes. Even less. I'll be done in 2 minutes.
I'll be quiet.
No, I'm listening. I need you to talk.
I'm recording in my freaking kitchen.
Fine, you can talk from far away.
I'll be quiet.
No, like speak. When I speak to you.
Okay.
I want you to comment on what I'm going to say.
I will comment.
So Valkyrie, the Valkyrie herself, unlike the other girls, 8 powers. As opposed to, like, the most we've seen is 2. And she's shown that she can teleport. She can sense other witches, which is OP as all hell. And the one power she's shown, her actual battle power, antimatter. She summons antimatter.
Antimatter?
Antimatter. It's like this big, and then it goes boom. It literally took out an entire mountain.
That's pretty cool.
And then she was falling, and she's just laughing like, this is amazing.
So she's ridiculously OP.
Of course, she's supposed to be. She's the S-class, the only one who exists. So, like, she goes around, she kills a bunch of witches. The 7 witches are supposed to look after her. One doesn't die. She, like, restores herself. Her magic is restoration. So, like, she's like, even if my head gets crushed, I'll still live. Like,
handy.
Yeah, it's handy. So she goes to Kuriha and all them. She's like, I'm going to steal their pills and stuff. And then they're like, she's like, yeah, Valkyrie's here. They're like, oh, God. She's like, she's not here with me. They're like, okay, that's good. And, like, they're trying to figure out what to do with
Valkyrie. Do they
Valkyrie.
want her to be friends, too?
Well, they're like, you can hang out. Like, they're like, we like, it's going to shorten our lifespans because pills and stuff. But... They go to the onsen together. It's nice. She gets introduced to Kotori, and she's like, "Why?" Like she's like, "Why is this girl here?" I'm like, "I know."
She actually said, "Why is the teleport girl here?"
Yeah.
And wait, there was another onsen.
Yeah,
it's freaking A.
Whatever.
That's why I can't handle it.
Spencer, it's okay.
Okay. Spencer, calm down. Thanks, man.
So basically, she decides to test Ryota. That's his name. Because all the girls are like, he's actually a really good guy, and he's the reason we're still alive. She's like, I'll test him myself. She jumps off a bridge or whatever, and then Ryota grabs her and, like, throws her back on. And then she's like, if you let go of me, I'll live through magic. He's like, I don't believe you. And he threw her back on the bridge, and then Ryota fell off the bridge. And he's like, I'm dead. And then Kotori, like, teleports, so, like, he lands on the grass. Literally the only reason for the scene to exist.
Don't they have to switch places?
Yeah, they switch places. Well, she waits till he almost hits the ground. Turns out when she teleports with somebody, they lose all kinetic energy. So, like, he just hits the ground soft. And then, and Ryota, I know literally the only reason for that to happen is because I know they're going to use this in the finale. I told you, Kotori only exists for one thing that's going to happen in the finale. I don't know what, but I know this because I know this anime has lazy-ass writing. And Kotori's like, look, my power's actually... She literally says, my power's useful. She's like, my power's useful. I'm like, no, you're not, Kotori. You suck. But... And then Ryota's like, oh, your thing can, get rid of kinetic energy. She's like, it can? He's like, you didn't know? Like, you almost killed me. Anyway, I could have died.
He could have, like, splatted. Like, wow.
So the girl, she falls in love with
Oh, my God.
I know. Her reason for falling in love with him, he's like, I'll never let you die. And then she starts blushing, and I was like, oh, my God. And Georgie's like, does that mean she's added to the harem? I'm like, yes, it does, Georgie. And he's like, this is really stupid. I'm like, I know.
Thank you, Georgie.
So she actually... What she does next is really legit. She goes up to Ryota. She's like, do you have a girlfriend? He's like, no. She's like, let's go out. She's like, I actually really like you, and I think we should date.
After what, 5 seconds?
Oh, it's been like 3 days at this point.
Of course.
But whatever. You know, it's...
3 days, 3 years. What do I know?
I'm sorry, not everybody waits 3 years to ask a girl out, Spencer.
What? I didn't wait 3 years. I'm saying how long I've been in a relationship for. Oh,
Well,
wait, yeah, the context was wrong.
They have
Sorry.
to start somewhere
Yeah,
to
you're
get
right.
to the
Sorry, I was
3 years.
completely wrong.
What the hell, Spencer?
Whatever.
Oh my god. Anyway, you gotta wait 3 years to be in a relationship.
No, I waited like
I know.
a
Anyway.
year or something.
So, she kisses him forcibly, and he's like, you know, Japanese guy stuff. You took my first kiss. You're kind of big on that, the whole first kiss thing. I'm not.
Oh yeah, Juno was my first kiss.
Yeah, I don't really care. A kiss is a kiss.
Because your lips are loose, baby.
Looser than yours, at least. So, Kuroha, typical Kuroha fashion. I honestly love this running joke where she destroys something. She destroyed an entire like antenna tower, and this time it's like Kotori. She's like, Kuroha, please calm down. She's like, it's not me, and she books it. I just love that. It's so funny. So, and then like the other girl is like, you know, Kazumi's like, what are you making out with him for? Like, I've been trying all this time. But really, this is the best way to do it. Like, you go and ask him out. Stop being overly sexual and stop being overly trying to be cutesy and hopes he notices you.
Listen,
it ain't gonna work.
Sex lasts till you're like 50, and then it's something else takes over, and that has to be something that lasts a lot longer than you.
So anyway, he finds out that Kuroha is. I'm really good at that.
Old man Spencer leaving now.
I'm really good at that, aren't
Bye,
I?
everybody. Anyway,
You have to admit.
that was rude.
I'm really good at cutting Spencer off. I don't know how. Like the one time I mentioned Cortana, I totally owned you. It was great.
I don't remember that time.
Oh, you don't?
Probably blocked it from my memory.
It's too bad. And so he finds out she's Kuroneko, and then he starts crying. He hugs her. Actually, Kazumi gives up.
He finds out? Is this last episode?
No, second last. Next week's last.
I'm not watching with you.
He gives up. I'm gonna watch Kawai with you. You have to watch this with me.
Okay.
He gives up on, or Kazumi gives up on him. Actually, I think all the girls give up on him at that point, except for like new girl, because she doesn't know, because she's like childhood friend, can't win against that. He hugs her, and then like he does a nice thing where she's like, I don't remember anything about my past, and he's like, I have a photographic memory, so I remember everything about our past, so I can fill you in. Stupid, but I mean, I'm making it sound more dumb than it actually is. But so anyway, helicopter comes in, Valkyrie teleports in, and she's like,
She can teleport?
Yeah, she can teleport, and it's like legit teleport, not Kotori gay ass teleport.
Once a day thing?
Yeah, so she teleports into the building, and then she's like, GG, and the episode ends. Like, she's just like, hi, it's over. Like, I'm ending this episode. Or like, I'm ending this series. Because she can come like that. Interesting about Valkyrie. This is the one thing in this episode that really, really, really interested me. She was waiting at this nice spot. Like, there's a nice view. She's like, this view's all mine, because anybody who got in my way to get to this view, I killed. She's killed lots of people. Like, I think over 1,000 in the one day she's been outside. So the guy who runs everything, he goes to her, and she's like, you show yourself in front of me? She's like, she says, I've been waiting for a chance to finally inflict all the pain you did to me onto you. And she's like, how dare you show? And then he smacks her in the face. He slaps her. And she's like, you hit me? And he's like, how dare you use your power without my permission? And she's like, what? He's like, why did you use antimatter without my permission? And she starts crying, and she hugs him. And she's like, I'm sorry. I love you.
What?
I love you. She's like, I love you. I love you so much. So either he's completely broken this girl, like in the past, or she split personality disorder. But that was like, my jaw dropped. That was, what the hell? Because this girl's hardcore sadistic. And then Ryota says at the end, like, she looks exactly like Kuroha. Is she ... And the episode ends. She doesn't look like Kuroha. She has like the same color eyes. That's it. She looks.
Are they gonna pull that route? Like,
they might do the sister thing. They might do the clone thing.
So stupid. Are you really gonna? I guess you have to.
Spencer's one episode.
Spencer, look, I understand.
Look.
I know you say that all the time.
Actually, there's one point when we were talking. I don't think this was on podcast, but you said every time you say Spencer, look, you say something you don't want to hear, so I don't want to listen to you.
Spencer, look. No! I don't want to look anywhere you're telling me to look, man. Just stop.
So that's this week's recap.
Yeah.
Shorter one.
Well, it actually was only about 10 minutes shorter than last week.
Oh, that's not... Okay.
We talked a lot on stuff, even though we dropped like 3 or 4 anime, like, because it don't come out till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we'll probably do this again next Friday unless something happens.
Yeah, and it'll be a little longer, less awkward with the storytelling and such.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Do you?
Nope.
Okay, so we need Crepe Corner suggestions because we're kind of running a bit low. So if you have any suggestions for questions, ask a question that we can put on Crepe Corner. Comment where you're listening to this, Podomatic or YouTube, or send it to us on Twitter at JNB Podcast. Follow us too if you want to do that. Or you can give us an email at jamesandbrownpodcast@gmail.com. So other than that, next week we'll be reviewing a surprise Ghibli movie because honestly we don't actually know what we're going to review yet.
Fact.
We hadn't decided. We kind of got lazy. So surprise Ghibli movie next week, and then another recap. I'm pretty sure everything's ending next week, more or
Probably.
less. There might be one or like Break Blake's not going to end.
Tears may be shed.
Maybe depending on how Chaika goes, it might.
Yeah.
Captain Earth is probably going to have a really good ending. I'm looking forward to it. No, Captain Earth 24. That's
Yeah.
not ending yet.
No.
So that's going to keep going. So, I'm Raj of James and Brown.
And I'm Spence of James and Brown.
We'll see you guys next week with a surprise review and recap. See ya.
Bye.